So at this point, we've set up our forces. I'm going to go ahead and get started. We also, of course, have a beautiful BF-109 back here that we'll be using to break through. And one of our objectives is actually trying to break or destroy one of these bunkers around Mlava in 3 turns. And as you can see, the Poles have this area very well defended. So to break through, we're going to have to kill a few of our own men. I'm sure we're going to have to lose some men to break through. To get this artillery piece a little bit closer, and truth be told, I kind of wish that I had sent him somewhere over here, but that's okay. We're going to keep moving forward with our infantry units. Move forward with this unit as well. And I'm going to get this tank over here. Now remember, tanks can cross rivers, so can, but obviously going to be a little difficult to do that. It's not going to be as easy for a tank unit to cross a river as for an infantry unit, although I believe the same penalties apply here. My buddy at the Artistocrats, I believe it's David, could probably answer this better than I could. 1 second, guys. Lower the sound volume just a little bit here. Alright, so far we've made our initial moves. We also have an army up here. Not really an army, but a few units that we could use. I'm going to move this guy up, and I'm going to try to get this artillery piece as close as possible, guys, and go ahead and open fire here on the town. Fight harder, men! Alright, go ahead and attack. Actually, not a bad attack at all. I'll take it. So there we go, guys. I'm going to go ahead and end the turn at this point. Turn it over to the Polish. What's this? Oh, that's right. We still have some beautiful BF-109. And, of course, we're going to bring that in, try to hammer away at this bunker. Although right now it really doesn't look like it's going to be able to do too much damage. Maybe next time. This tank, there's really no position for him. I'm going to have to wait for this truck to get out of the way, so he is staying put. Yes, I am sure. Alright, so it looks like they actually managed to get some supplies to that unit in the north. And of course, this exit point, as you can see, guys, is one of the areas we're trying to get through with our army. There's actually several of them across the map. As you can see here, there's some over here, there's some over here. But obviously our main goals is to take these 2 towns, Mlava and Jechnov. Alright, I'm going to start getting across this river. And of course, we are going to be highly vulnerable crossing the river. But there's really not much we can do about that. Actually, I want to take a different spot for this artillery unit. Never had an artillery unit in the river like this, so I'm not sure it's a great idea, but I'm pretty sure that these combat engineers can do some definite damage to the bunker. So let's try and make them part of this attack. I'm also going to open fire here on this bunker. We can make ourselves feel better by knowing that we are slowly coming closer to this city. Now, I'm going to go ahead and end the turn. Truth be told, I probably should have used those bomber their mercenaries before and actually maybe that's the unlikely that the fighters are getting rid of one of these bunkers, but it could happen. That much-needed reinforcing army. Oh, yeah. Ooh, that was rough. Oh, my goodness. Meine Männer. We'll have to go through back. So there we go, reinforcements have arrived, guys. We are very quickly lowering that number. This is awesome, guys. Now we have that additional equipment. I must say. Additional equipment. Take a look here at the comments. I want to purchase another piece of artillery to the game, but then again, I'm like, maybe not. Maybe not such a good idea. That's probably a good idea. Sorry about that. So I think I am going to have to move this unit back. I might actually go ahead and get some combat engineers, which is not necessarily the worst thing in the world. I kind of also want to target this AT gun, but I think we're going to go straight for the bunker, try to take it out. Against this AT gun, our tank's not going to do very good against the Bofors. And actually I would say a 37mm, probably not an AT gun. Very effective, though, against maybe armored vehicles. I'm thinking, should we attack? I don't think so. The odds are definitely not in our favor. So we're going to keep hitting this bunker right here. And over here, we are, of course, going to keep bombarding. And I kind of want to look at the path in this general area because I want to see if it leads to the town we're actually trying to get to, or if there's just no point in really attacking here. As I'm looking down here, Chechanov is pretty far, so I'm thinking, is there a point in putting a lot of effort in that section? Maybe not. Maybe not. All right, let's take a look. Now, I could go for this gun, and I think that's exactly what I'm trying to do. Unlucky. Maybe next time. Let's go ahead and get another engineer unit, guys. I know everybody's probably screaming tank at this point, and actually we could do another piece of artillery, but I believe another piece of artillery is coming, if I'm not mistaken. This is the best we can do. Sorry, engineers. You guys are going to have to walk, and let's end our turn. Taking that bunker out. So unfortunately, as you can see, guys, we had to destroy that bunker in 3 turns. We didn't manage, so we're not getting that secondary objective completed. The next secondary objective we could complete is trying to destroy a number of ground units, which could be possible here. I'm going to go ahead and get these engineers. I think at this point they could probably take that area out, but I think I'm going to go ahead and reinforce them once more. Maybe we'll open fire on this section. We'll go ahead and charge in with some infantry units, although I'm going to see if we could just go ahead and finish off this bunker. Don't need that machine gun shooting away at our men. It's not going to help us at all. Wonderful. Wunderbar. Okay, now I think we could go ahead and open fire on this unit. It's a little risky. We are going to get that crossfire from our own unit, which will help us a little bit. I'm going for it. I do not recommend doing that because we are attacking an AT gun, but there we go. It did pull back, and I'm going to take a position. Once again, it's not the greatest spot for a tank, once again. Now, I do want to bring this actual plane out to hit one of these units. What I'm concerned about is if we do, this AA gun is going to target us, and I'm almost certain that's exactly what would happen. So let's go ahead and try to at least... I'm going to jump over here to our other front. Try to get some reinforcements for our boys. And hopefully they can break through here very, very soon. Now up here I'm thinking maybe it is time for an AT gun, or an artillery piece. And I think the one we can afford right now is the 75mm. So I'm going to go ahead and I definitely want the horse and buggy transport. What can I say? I don't like our guys having to, move places with a lot of difficulty. In this case, they can kind of get where they're going quite quickly. Need a Stuka, says Artistocrats. Once again, guys, I do want to remind you that this is just massive in terms of scope, this campaign. It's not just Poland. We've got so many different places where you're going to be able to play with the Wehrmacht, Yugoslavia. We've got, obviously, Scandinavian countries, a tremendous amount of just new content. So this is an awesome campaign, and I highly recommend you guys pick it up. I recommend you also face me in it, perhaps in some multiplayer one day, if you have the good luck to do so. So here I do want to actually bring these guys some reinforcements as well. We were able to get them up to 10, so I think it's worth it. At this point, I think we can go ahead and turn the turn over to the enemy. That sounded wrong. Go ahead, enemy. Do your thing. They're moving that AA gun closer and closer to my plane, but they don't seem to be able to get to it. We're getting closer and closer to Mlava, guys. To liberating the city. Liberating, probably not the right word here. Alright. So actually, we could attack that position and do quite a bit of damage. I think what I'm going to do, though, is sneak this tank through and hit the artillery piece. So it's going to provide support to a lot of their other forces, but we're going to get some trying to attack. So there we go. Could also attack this piece right here and virtually wipe it out. But I see no reason in doing that when we can have our infantry do it for us. Danke. So also move the tank forward, and at this point, I think we can finish off the artillery. Close enough. Close enough. Alright, guys, so we're going to have to just continue the attack. We have to keep being aggressive. Better bet I'm getting rid of that bunker right there. Now, since this AA gun's moved over here, I think we can finally have some fun with our planes and possibly do some damage to enemy units. So I'm going to try to hit the city directly here. Damage so far, these gunners can't hit a thing on the ground. We've got to send them back to training. But we're going to go ahead and continue. Now, obviously, I don't want to just all of a sudden show up here, but this is starting to let me know that even in front of Chiechanov, the enemy definitely has defenses, tank traps, bunkers, etc. So we're going to try to get this infantry over, but I'm probably going to send them to the left over here to join the rest of our men. That's a long shot, but excellent work by our men there. And of course, we want to continue the attack here. Wow, awesome. Now, I could attack, or I could go ahead and try and reinforce, but I think I'm going to attack. We're still getting that force bonus despite being on a road, which is awesome, or else I would move into one of these forest tiles. Alright, that's think we do everything good, yeah? Send the engineers down. This is why I absolutely buy trucks every time. They're essential to getting your units around. Or horse-drawn carriage, of course, if you can't afford the trucks. Here we go, guys. Looks like the tank is in trouble. Oh my goodness, he's lucky to have gotten away there, but I don't think he's going to get away from that Polish infantry unit if they choose to attack. One panzer down. Too bad. I'm not too concerned, although that definitely affects mobility a little bit. And look at this. It looks like they've left the town of Churchill. Look at this, Polish reinforcements. This is the last thing we need. We do not need Polish reinforcements to show up. However, as you can see, we have gotten additional reserves to deploy along this region, but I don't really know which ones I want yet. I'm not actually sure what reserves I want. So for now, I'm probably not going to bring any in. I might bring some into the north, try to exploit that position a little bit. But for the most part, I think we've got what we want, and not going to be doing a lot of purchasing or anything. We absolutely need it. Danka, it just takes this area easily. I don't really want to move these guys out of this wooded position either to engage enemy infantry. So I'm going to see if we can go ahead and engage this AT gun infantry. Maybe finish it off, and if not, at least get it to retreat. And I think I'm going to pull this guy back to get some reinforcements. Don't need to lose enough tank. So let's go ahead, try to reinforce him, and use the engineer unit to take on yet another enemy bunker. Very effective in closed spaces, especially a sort of bunker situation. You're not going to get out of that without some serious damage. We're going to go fire with our artillery. I must give it to our artillery gunners. Their shooting from this distance has been exceptional. Okay, what else? What else? Do have to worry about those Polish reinforcements, and we will jump in, guys, and take a look at your comments very soon here. Why would they be in the water? So it's a perfect opportunity to shoot at them. They're really not in the best position, and I think we get a bonus here due to being in a town, and these guys are, of course, on the river. So let's fire down at them. Not bad at all. Alright, well, they fought back pretty ferociously, but we survived. I should probably have mentioned that, as a matter of fact. Hey, new Inacio PT. So, guys, the game will be released on 10th November. This is, of course, a DLC to the existing Order of Battle Pacific, and I highly recommend you check it out. Like I said in the initial parts of the stream, and I want to repeat it for you guys that are new here, this is the first time in the game you're going to be able to play as the Germans, which is really cool. And there's a tremendous amount of new units, a tremendous amount of new locations, which to me is one of the coolest things, is the ability to play in places like Yugoslavia, Greece, the Scandinavian countries. I think that's going to add so much to an already awesome game. Now let's take this nice little guy here, and I really want to hit this area, but I know better because the AA gun's going to see me do that. Maybe we can go over here and do some damage. Damn you! You can't shoot anything. You're useless, BF-109. Alright, guys, we're going to end our turn. You guys are really bringing in the reinforcements here. Okay, guys, we've got some tanks. Now I'm worried. Before, I was like, maybe not such a big deal. Great Britain and France have declared war on Germany, honoring their pre-war agreement with Poland, but so far the Western Allies remain mostly passive, bringing only more moral support for their Eastern ally. So we're going to go ahead and essentially try and bring in the attack on this area, but as you can see, wow, guys, that was a heck of an attack. We did not expect that to come from the Poles. I'll move the artillery a little closer to the enemy. I'm obviously going to start moving our infantry closer too, but we definitely want to, we don't want to underestimate these Poles. So first things first, I'll move this unit right here. I'm going to open fire on this unit. Probably should have allowed the tank to do that attack first. Go ahead and push forward. And I am hoping we can finish this unit off. Beautiful. Alright, guys, one enemy unit down. We'll also get into the woods, so we've got that woods cover. And we're going to keep trying to move as many units forward as possible. I could still keep firing from this location, but I think it's in our best interest to get that artillery piece closer and closer, and maybe even to bring in some reinforcements. So let's purchase. I'm not sure if we can afford any tanks. We may be able to, and actually we can. So we're going to get a Panzerkampfwagen 4. Drop it right there. It's going to have to be our purchases for the day. All I'm going to do with this unit is I'm going to go ahead and bring some much-needed fresh troops here so that they can keep that morale as high as possible. Okay. Complicated situation. It looks like this infantry unit is totally screwed. There's no way we're going to save him. As for this guy, we could still bring some reinforcements there. Not really any good situation for our plane, and I'm actually concerned about fuel eventually running low here on this BF-109. I think I'm going to start bringing her home. I'm a little overly cautious, but what can I say? Okay, so far, we just need to get that Panzer down as quickly as possible, and I'm not sure what we can do here. Maybe there's an open, I guess, border here just all the way to Chechenov, and maybe it's very easy to get through. That's what I'm guessing, because I'm wondering, why would we have a tiny force over here? What's the point? I don't know. It's the greatest mystery of all. Alright, we're going to go ahead, turn over the turn to the enemy. Looks like these guys, unfortunately, are going to be sacrificed. Oh my goodness, we've got Polish cavalry arriving too. Okay, here at least we have a chance to take on one of their tanks, but look at how much covering fire they have from their surrounding weapons. That's going to be a problem. Oh my goodness. Okay, we may have to come back with the BF-109 just to take out that Polish plane. I might not be able to help myself. A little bit of bloodlust here and there, never hurt anybody. Let's see how our tank stands up against the enemy TKS. I'm guessing it's going to work extremely well. But first I'd like to get a shot from the artillery gun on it. Weaken that tank just a little bit. I want to be the one with armor on the field. Poles have armor. We have a problem. There we go. Nice. Get it to retreat. That's what I'm talking about. And we can also take out this artillery piece. Bothering us anymore, and of course we keep moving forward with our men. As for the minefield, I'm really just going to ignore it and hope that our men don't get too close to it. And let's go ahead, look how much damage we can do to this AT gun from this distance. Or this AA gun, excuse me. The only issue here is next turn this AA gun is going to be able to target our BF-109. It's not going to be pretty. I'm going to try to damage it as much as I can. Keep the Panzer coming. Come on, Panzer. Really trying to reinforce this unit. I don't want him anywhere near our town. More than that, I want to keep moving forward. I want to see what the Poles have across the river here. Trying to see. I don't think we can afford any infantry. We might be able to get some regular German infantry. No, we just don't have enough command points right now. Guys, I don't understand why they didn't fire with that AA gun unless they're trying to use it for an anti-tank. We have woods defenses. Come on, boys. Alright, we did some damage, but definitely not enough to stick around. And if that cavalry has their way, we're finished. I'm hoping this unit has a chance to reinforce, but obviously that is a cause for concern. Sneaky little TKS got right behind our lines, killed the infantry unit. Now we do have this infantry unit to support him, but I'm definitely going to get payback on that TKS. So let's see if we can go ahead and just destroy him. Although I'd like to do damage to both of these guys, I don't think we're going to have that option. Let's go ahead and fire on the TKS, lava, sort of ignore this area. Oh, even better. Beautiful. Now he's in our crosshairs. Before I fire on him, I'm going to fire on this cavalry unit. Let's take the TKS out with the engineers. Come on, boys. Beautiful. Let that thing sit right there on the tank traps where it belongs. Pretty well against this gun. Maybe even take it out this turn. I'm not moving them from here, even though this is really not the best place to be. I don't want to have to get into a conflict with the enemy unit. That would be a bad thing. Let's take a look at the purchase screen, though. And sadly, we still can't deploy any of these units yet. We're going to have to wait a little bit. What are you doing down here? Some of these artillery pieces, guys. for instance, the 7.5 centimeter LEG 18 can move and fire in one turn, which is really awesome. I guess a bit lighter than their counterparts. Let's go ahead and finish off this Polish unit in this town. Hopefully take this down. Keep moving towards certain victory. Beautiful! Another unit down, guys. That adds to our kill count. And, of course, we'll turn the turn over to the enemy. Let's take a look here. So, actually, Aristocrat's making a great point here. Repair the bridge allows for a better flow of reinforcements. And indeed, Alexis, a ton of new units. In fact, and I was just reading my letterhead here. I want to tell you guys exactly what it includes. 200 new units. So new units, new factions. I mean, this is just awesome. You know, there's 200 new units available. Obviously, you're seeing some of them here, and really great stuff. Now, I am annoyed because I want some more reinforcements, but there's not much we can do right now except hope for the best. And I'm going to go ahead and end the turn. Who knows? Hopefully the Aristocrats have cooked something up for me here. And given me some reinforcements soon. Fitch unit hasn't moved. Oh, thank goodness. Alright, the tank hasn't moved. I nearly forgot about it. Thank goodness, which is why I'm so glad they had that in the game. And unfortunately, he can't join us this turn, but next turn he will join us in battle. I don't know what this AA gun is doing. Weird. Nice return fire. So absolutely decimated that cavalry, but as you can see, they're flanking us with some infantry units. We've got to respond with our infantry units. Alright, guys. No worries at all. Matter of fact, we've got our boys on the way here. Fire. Nice. Oh, two of them down. And then I'm going to move our German engineers here into the woods. Get that woods bonus. Open fire. And I want to see if I can just destroy this unit this turn. Run, you cowards. So we did a tremendous amount of damage there. And I'd love to destroy this AA unit, but I think you guys know what I need to do. And that's going to be to get some getting this guy back. Not going to be of much use now, and we can start moving forward, I think. Let's go ahead and get some reinforcements for these guys as well, and we'll keep softening up the enemy units here. In fact, I'm not sure if we should soften up the Bofors or the Polish infantry, but I think I'm more concerned about the infantry. Let's go ahead and fire that way. Wonderful, very good. Alright, let's take a look here and see what the Poles have. Oh boy, alright, we got a little too close to one of their bunkers. I'm not going to move this. Well, I guess I could move this artillery piece. I want to see if there's an easy way to get to Drodzel, or even just a way to take British Knights so that we get a few more points to spend. Alright, let's go ahead and end the turn. Oh, damn it, I knew that's what's going to happen. Alright, well this is going to have to go on a kamikaze run. See, we tried to bring him back, then I decided to take on that Polish plane. I don't think he's going to make it back to base, but I hope he's able to crash land fairly safely. Okay, now the one thing that annoys me is this cavalry unit is in such a bad position. If we were able to get one unit here, we could finish them off this turn. But the good news is, all of these guys over here to the east are pretty low. So let's end our turn. That's right, run away. They're gonna try to attack. Wow. Unbelievable. Alright. Everybody's getting the hell out of here. Okay, I think they're taking up residence in Mlava once again. And another question is, if we take Mlava, how do we get to Chechenov? And I'm guessing we go right down this rail path here. But one thing that's worrying me is maybe there's an easier way to get there using this path. So that's why we're actually moving over here. Kind of cutting up the enemy's lines a little bit. Oh yeah! Actually, Mlava is open, unbelievably, so we will send our troops in. We'll take the bait. Oh, it's not. I knew that seemed weird. I knew that seemed very strange. Why would they leave lava open? Alright, fair enough. We got tricked. We'll go ahead and take out their gun here. Closer and closer to the city, guys. Alright, let's keep on moving through, and we will end our turn right here. Oh, never mind. We can land him. He survived. Very good. Alright, beautiful. So we can refuel this guy. That's some good news. I'm glad. I was almost certain he'd be dead. And let's go ahead and turn it over to the enemy, guys. They're still running. So, interestingly enough, I'm guessing they're going to be running back to Chechenov. But this unit is definitely in trouble. Come on, stand strong, men. Oof, they got away at least. I'm not sure if they have another infantry unit over here, but if they did get away, let's thank our lucky stars. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, guys. So first things first, we want to bring some reinforcements here to this group. And we also want to bring in our panzers. But before we do, move this guy in. You could actually move this panzer into this location. Once again, I don't recommend ever using a tank on a river like this, but I'm doing it just for demonstration purposes. Let's open fire here. Beautiful. We actually did a lot better than expected. And I'm going to try to get that artillery to focus fire here on these enemies. Boom! We have destroyed it, guys. Well, destroyed all the infantry units in the city. We're going to take the city of Lava. Of course, now it is under our control, which is absolutely awesome. And we just, want to chase down stragglers at this point and keep on moving closer to Chechenov. Let's go up here. What are you boys going to do? Obviously, they're cut off from their own lines, but I'm really just using these guys to probe, even though I shouldn't be doing this around here to see what the enemy has. Maybe we can even grab that town. Let's take a look. Still not able to purchase or deploy anything, so we're going to have to work with what we have here, guys. I don't think they'll succeed. Look at that, some TNT for them. They're definitely going to get out of here. I want to take that unit out if I have a chance. Awesome. There we go, guys. Neutrality. Following Italy's example, the United States and the Empire of Japan have decided to remain neutral in this new European conflict. So obviously you're going to be getting a tremendous amount of new events, which kind of, you know, just goes without saying. Now let's go ahead and waste that unit. But actually what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to use this unit to kill him. That way we can actually reinforce this guy. And we can get closer to completing that secondary objective. Beautiful. I don't think we've seen an infantry unit at 10 for quite a while now. Now we're going to have to start moving the artillery forward, of course. Maybe for just a few turns, that artillery is not going to be nearly as effective. Alright guys, the first town is under our control. The question now is, can we get to Chechenov and actually take the city without many losses or without any resistance? And I'm saying that's probably very unlikely. We've got essentially 3 units here, or 4 units really, to take the city with. Can we do it? I'm not sure. Let's go ahead and end our turn. Turn it over to the enemy here. First of all, did we move these guys up here? Don't believe we did. 9. So let's connect them again. good for us at all. We've also got some infantry moving up, but I don't think they can do much damage. They're getting pretty desperate here. As for this unit, we definitely will go ahead and reinforce him. Let's get our plane. We're going to select him. Next turn, he'll be able to take on that Polish plane, hopefully. I think we can move this artillery up. I'm pretty sure our men have got any of the enemy units under control at this point. In fact, we'll let our tank deal with them. Beautiful. On to Chechenov we go. It is possible their AT gun will retake the city. We'll just take it back. But I'm going to try and stay off the roads because I don't know what they have here. So far they've ambushed us more than 3 times in this campaign. I do not need that happening again. Alright, very good, yeah. You shoot it and destroy it. Actually, I think that's what this guy's job is going to be, is to destroy that bunker, but not without some supplies there to keep him company. Thank you, Artistocrats. Very cool. Yes, exactly. More like getting kicked out of it. Well said. And generally, I mean, when we did the Finnish War, when I did the Finnish War Let's Play for you guys here on Slitherine, I was doing very, very well. So I'm having a little trouble with this new campaign. Now, admittedly, I did not play this one before streaming it here for you guys. But I expected to be doing a little better, so for sure, a bit of a challenge. Now, we are playing the middle difficulty. We're not playing the easiest, but nonetheless, definitely a challenge, and I always like a challenge. So we're going to end our turn here, guys. Chechenov will be totally unmarked. That bomber is going to bring us nothing but grief while it stays in the air. Alright, let's see if the BF-109 can get there. Yes, he can. Say hello! Or auf Wiedersehen, I should say. There we go. 3 of them are going to be chasing that bomber the rest of the game, I can assure you that, until we destroy it. Alright, come on, get closer to Chechenov. I don't like this. I don't like these wooded areas. Polish people can hide and kill us. We are approaching that secondary objective, but there's no way it's going to be that easy to take. Is it that easy to take, David? Tell me. Should I be bringing more reinforcements / armaments for this assault, or are we good? Because I am a little concerned. I want to bring this guy along, but then we have nobody to defend the city. So let's at least try to get the artillery piece up there. For now, I will send everybody through. What the heck? Finish off the bunker! Good for just a regular infantry unit here. Regular German infantry managing to take that enemy bunker out. Not that we really did much over here, but maybe we... Hopefully we brought some attention from the enemy army over here and they moved some resources, or diverted some resources from Chechenov, although I highly doubt that. 10 turns left, guys, for us to take that objective. 10 turns, that's it. Okay. We're getting closer, but I think I know better than to just waltz right into the city, so I'm gonna hang out outside. I don't see anything there but a bunker right now, guys. Maybe we got lucky. Oh, no! Enemy infantry unit, and they're gonna catch us with just a truck full of men here, so they're gonna get a nice shot. Nonetheless, we're gonna continue the advance. Feel a little safer now. think that bomber's finished next turn. And we could just keep moving south, I suppose. Got a nice little Polish heavy infantry unit right there. Somebody should identify that machine gun. I'm sure Dave could tell us which one that is. That is a cool-looking little machine gun there. Closer to victory! And they're definitely going to open fire. Okay, not as bad as I thought. I expected much more damage than that. Alright, let the attack commence. Is this it, guys? Total victory right here. Just took Chichinov. Clearly not as well defended as Lava. I'm gonna go ahead and open up with the tank first. Trying to get that 20 unit kill count objective completed here. Where's the bomber go? Did we kill it? Staying right here for now. There we go, guys. A victory. At substantial cost, the enemy defenses have finally been broken. As the Polish forces retreat south, our troops continue their advance towards the capital city of Warsaw. Now, of course, we could have accomplished a lot of secondary objectives there that I kind of overlooked, but killing 20 units would be a tough thing to do in this scenario. It could certainly be done, of course. So we're definitely going to take a look at the specialization panel now. For those of you guys that haven't yet seen the new specialization panel, it's absolutely awesome. Obviously, at some point, we can unlock the Waffen-SS, which forms a separate faction within the German armed forces. But right now, I think our main thing is either going to be flight school, maybe specialized training, which would add 1 experience star, or even war economy. And this gives us a few more command points. We struggled with command points last time, so I'm going to acquire that, and I'm also going to acquire the specialized training for our infantry units. We've also got female factory labor, Augsfrachtisch, I definitely can't pronounce that, and drop tank. So we'll go ahead and close here. And now the Battle of Warsaw, or the outskirts of Warsaw, commences. So here we go, guys. Alright, guys, the mission breathing awaits. After the whole that Lava Army Group North has continued its advance towards Warsaw. To cut the enemy's supply lines, it must now cross the Nero River and reach the eastern part of the Polish capital. In the meantime, the 4th Panzer Division has already reached the suburbs of Warsaw. The Poles have turned the city into a fortress, however, and our assaults have so far been repulsed with significant losses. Equally concerning, the Polish Poznan and Pomorze armies have launched a counterattack near Kutno. We may now divert forces away from Warsaw to deal with a new threat against our flank. Ultimately, our objective is to destroy the Polish troops in and around Warsaw. With the fall of their capital, the Polish government will be forced to accept an unconditional surrender. Absolutely awesome, guys. As you can see, a massive map here. And, I mean, yes, this is trying to take Warsaw. I would imagine we would have a massive map. Got a lot of work to do here if we plan to take the city. And look at how beautiful the city is. Absolutely huge here. Of course, a river runs through it, and I can't wait to see if that's actually possible. Quite a lot of objectives there to snag from the enemy units. We've also got supporting armies over here. So I'm going to go ahead and drop some of these guys. The Panzerkampfwagen here. The Panzer IV here. The artillery here as well. Combat engineers here. Sorry, I meant to put the artillery, one of these artillery pieces over here, actually to target that enemy tank. And we will turn it over to the enemy. Oh, that cavalry! That cavalry was a pain last turn, and I'm sure the Polish cavalry is going to make a lot of appearances in multiplayer games here, because it is absolutely annoying, to say the least, and it's very good at getting behind enemy units. If you thought cavalry was finished in World War II, you were wrong. Let's go ahead, open fire here. Really just try to eliminate them. Still not recommended against a Panzerkampfwagen. It's not going to work out very well for you, I'll tell you it right now. The end of this stream. So I do want you guys, if you have any questions, do remember that we have somebody from the Artistocrats here that can answer some of them. And obviously, I'm sure he'd be more than happy to do so. I will do my best to also answer some of your questions. So I'd recommend you guys go ahead and start putting them down below so that we can get a look at them. Now, I am just going to get towards Warsaw so I can see if I can uncover the defenses. I guess you could call this a scouting mission. I would not do this in an actual campaign for obvious reasons. We could have all sorts of ambushes set up here, and that would not be good. Your machine gun cannot touch the tank, haha. We'll take your airfield. I see a lot of vests here around Warsaw. This just mirrors the new SDKFC 221. Absolutely sexy. I love the way it looks. I don't know. I'm just a fan of the actual vehicle itself. Not that it's an effective vehicle at all in warfare. In fact, I think the open hatch is a big problem. Okay, guys, let's take a look here. Thanks so much, guys, for stopping by. As always, the game will be released. I always share the release date. Will be released on November 10th with a tremendous amount of new things added to the game. I mean, there's just so much content here to actually work with. It's really quite awesome. You know, for instance, just basically first time you can use Germany in the game. This is our biggest expansion yet, 200 new units, a ton of new factions, and this actually brings the total of number of units in Order of Battle to a very high number, as you can imagine. This adds all sorts of different nations, Scandinavia, France, Balkans, Greece, in terms of where you can be as the German Reich. It's just really great stuff. And of course, the Blitzkrieg system of the Germans is going to be a very important part of this game, trying to get those tanks to cut off enemy supply lines and slice them off when and wherever you can. And hopefully, you guys are going to be able to do that effectively here. The game is not free, Great General. You do have to pay for it, and considering the massive amount of content here, it's absolutely worth it. But I hope you guys did enjoy. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure to pick up the game. Make sure to maybe find me in multiplayer. Let's see how you do. Thanks, guys. Take care, and have an awesome day.